Thousands of schools all across the country are sending kids home to learn as staffing shortages hit school districts hard. And unfortunately, Indiana is no exception. In fact, just today, IPS announced some high schools and middle schools will be going virtual through the end of this week. Same with Anderson Community Schools. Greenfield Central High School made a similar move, and Heritage Christian is fully closing on Friday. All because too many staff members are catching COVID. So tonight we want to kick off our big story with Lauren Kostick, who's digging into the effort to track down school outbreaks.
Since the summer of 2020, a team of contact tracers in Marion County has worked to identify COVID clusters.
It's hard to keep up. I don't think any contact tracing team in the country is keeping up right now.
Shandy Darth says cases can vary from 200 to 600 a week. Plus, her team is a lot smaller now.
At the height of this, we had 200 people. We're down to about 55 right now, but obviously our case count is very high. So we really had to prioritize what cases we go after first.
That means focusing on the cases that impact schools, which includes anyone 20 or younger.
A key piece of information we're collecting right now is what school the child attends.
That way, the county can identify any outbreaks.
That's when Dr. Keene and her team can go in and have those conversations about if they need to go remote, maybe some grades or some classrooms. We're really trying to keep the schools open as much as possible.
Here's how it works. When someone tests positive, the results go to the Indiana Department of Health and are put in a statewide database that local health departments can access. Every day, contact tracers look at that data and assign cases.
We immediately, by 9 a.m., we start calling cases. We've learned don't call too early and don't call too late in the day, but we call those cases to do the case investigation and also to collect any close contact information.
But since not every case is investigated, contact tracers encourage Hoosiers to reach out themselves, especially during this latest surge.
We realize we're not going to contact trace our way out of this. We really need vaccinations and lots of other things, mask use in place.
For now, the team is trying to get through this school year before making any new changes.
With this rise in COVID cases in our classrooms, the demand for testing is higher than ever, and that means finding a test is pretty hard. Today, the Biden administration announced plans to send 10 million extra tests to schools every month. That's double what they received last year. They're also sending billions of dollars to states to set up testing programs in schools. Local health leaders are also looking at ways to increase testing access for schools. Fisher's Health Department set up dedicated testing hours for students, teachers, and staff to avoid the long lines. This doesn't impact the number of regular testing appointments that are available. They're just adding a separate section for schools that also will offer faster results.
They're not in the same lines. The testing process is a little bit faster, and then it goes through our private lab instead of with all of the millions of tests that are going through the state.
Now, you do have to be a Fisher student or teacher to qualify. We have a link where you can book your appointment along with details on the additional testing help that is now headed towards American schools. All you have to do is go to WTHR.com/coronavirus. And that is a wrap of tonight's big story.